Hi, everyone. Welcome to Stoner Detectives. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day today. Today, I want to discuss the Idaho 4 case. I want to continue on this journey we have been in, looking into. One second. Oh God, this is so bad. Mom, I'll call you back. Mami, I'll call you back. Estoy haciendo algo. Okay, bye. Love you. What'd I tell you, Jess? Hi, everyone. Welcome to Stoner Detectives. Today, I will be discussing the Idaho 4 case. I'm going to continue on this journey I have been in to uncover as much information as I can, specifically related to the Grubtruck video and who are all those parties that were surrounding Kaylee and Maddie at the Grubtruck. All right, so I am going to share my screen and we are going to take a look at Robe guy. That's what I call him. I am not 100% sure what his identity is, who he is, but we are going to discuss him because if you watched my last live, I noticed something underneath his robe. Something lit up to me, and I just want to continue down that rabbit hole and see what we uncover. And there was a connection. There were so many things that I've watched from last night to this morning about this guy. His name is Enan Harsh, and he appears to be a neighbor of the victims, right? And this morning, what I found is he has an actual statement out there on Reddit. I'm going to share this and we're going to read it, okay? So on Reddit, this was posted on Reddit about 3 years ago, okay? There has been a lot of talks that Enan Harsh is also Robe guy. I'm not 100% sure about that, so I'm not going to come out here and state that he is who we believe he is. However, I'm just going to read this out because it's relevant to the case, as he was a neighbor. So this is from Enan Harsh. Discussion. Hello, my name is Enan Harsh, or Chef Dizzy. It's been a wild few days, and it seems there's a lot of news, misinformation, conspiracies, and a lot going on about my existence right now. I'm sure many of you okay, so pause. And there's a lot going on about my existence right now. What does that actually mean? Not sure. I'm just banning users. Like, I'm not giving anyone the time of day. Like, you come up in here with a stupid comment, you're getting banned. This is not baseball. You're not getting three shots, 3 strikes, you're out. No, you're getting fucking banned. So watch your mouth, watch your language when you pop into my chat. Please and thank you. I'd Redman, what's up? How are you? All right, so let's continue. And a lot's going on about my existence. First of all, who are you? Who are you that people are actually wanting to know what's going on about your existence? I'm a little confused, but let's continue. I'm sure many of you are curious about who I am and how I got here. No one. No. He's like inserting himself into this case. Literally inserting himself into the case. Right? Senor, what's up? I just tagged you in my new video showing Emily and Josie lived at 1118 next to the camera house. Is that where the blue container came out of? Yeah, right? That's where the blue container came out of? I bet it is. I love your stream. Thank you. All right, you guys, this is some bullshit. Like this guy's inserting himself into this case. He thinks that everyone is curious about him and wanting to know about him. I haven't had an average life. I haven't had a very average life, he says. And I'm sure to a lot of people, my beliefs, lifestyle, and actions that have many will judge and consider immoral. His lifestyle and his actions would people will judge and consider immoral. Bro, what is you talking about? Meanwhile, this is on the Idaho 4 Reddit. Like he's posting this to the freaking Idaho 4 Reddit. He's not even discussing the case. All right. So, I mean, first paragraph is about him. He's not talking about the victims at all. But let's continue. I'd like to share for whoever it may touch and help. I believe in 5 things: peace, harmony, freedom, love, and happiness. I truly believe this is something human existence can reach, but unfortunately, greed and corruption has pulled us far away from that dream, and the consequences of such had impacting individuals across the globe daily. But first, I would like to send out love and empathy for the family of, but first, no. This is how you should have began your manifesto or whatever it is that you want to call it. That's how you should have began this. Rather, what you did was talk about how people are curious about you and wanting to know about you, which is very strange to me. But he wants to offer his empathy for the families and the victims, unheard of in this town, and absolutely horrendous. Why do people talk like that? Why do people say nothing ever happens in Idaho? Nothing ever happens in Moscow, right? Or that famous line that we heard from at least 20 witnesses in this case? No, that's not true and that's not factual. In fact, wasn't Hannah Cleere? Didn't she OD? There's another guy also, Hudson Lindo or something like that. He was unalived, allegedly, that he drowned in a creek that's not even 8-9 feet high. The water level's not even that high for you to drown in. All these kids from the blue container to the several coming up the 1112 stairs. Yeah, we saw that footage yesterday with stuff wrapped up in their arms need to be looked into further, I believe. And I agree with you, Idea. Eyed Red Man. I agree with you. All right, let's continue on here. So he's saying, yeah, whatever about the families. It's unheard of. I can't say I have ever lost a family member, but in many parts of my life, I had to grow or survive in harsh environments. Haven't we all? But haven't we all? Like, cry me a river. Cry me a river. What's going on with this guy? Is he okay? Like, dude, are you okay? Many others are missing or probably never been seen again at many points in my life. Wait, hold on. In harsh environments, and I have lost several close friends, and some I consider my family, and some I consider family. Okay, but you just said it's unheard of. So make it make sense. Many others are missing or probably never to be seen again. Who is missing? Who are you talking about here? We need a little more context. At one point, many points in my life, I was on my way to be one of them. One of who? What are you saying, baby? What are you talking about? Like, this is kind of weird. He was about to be one of who? Is it like a drug problem he has? Like, one day returning from work, I brought my neighbors some wine when they were one day returning from work. I brought my neighbors some wine when they were having a small fire party outside just to meet them. So I wonder if he's talking about the four here because he is a neighbor. All right. Then he goes, although it was a short visit, I remember how beautiful, friendly, kind, and joyful they were. So happy instantly brightened up my day. I remember going inside and having an inspired, long, and sick flow before stretching and drilling. Huh? Wait, what? And he closed the parentheses. What drilling? What are you saying? Although it was a short visit, I remember how beautiful, friendly, kind, and joyful they were. So happy. It instantly brightened up my day. So is he talking about the Idaho 4 here? I remember going inside and having an inspired, long and thick flow before stretching and drilling. Drilling what? Kaylee were the neighbors you wanted. Okay, so he is talking about the four here. He is. So he brought wine over one day while they were out there at a small fire party outside. So he was there. And he brings up Kaylee. Kaylee were the neighbors you wanted on Greek Row. Parting is expected. To imagine someone wanting to hurt them is beyond disbelief. It's so sick. Several days ago, when I thought it was over, the sadness of losing those who only brought positive thoughts to me. Wow, so he had a deep relationship with them? Only brought positive thoughts to me. Positive thoughts. It's more than one, right? Positive thoughts. It's multiple thoughts. So is he really close with the victims? I'm trying to gather that here. When I went to check my mail, I saw the posting of their faces and started crying. Several days ago when I thought I was over the sadness of losing those who only brought positive thoughts to me. So in this, it seems like he was talking about another group of people here that are possibly gone also, right? Right? So he was going through something here. And then he says, when I went to check my mail, fast forward, right? When I went to check my mail, I saw the posting of their faces and started crying. I was listening to Fallen Soldiers by Cormega, Wu-Tang Represent, and starting things not only and starting thing not only of the recent murders, but all the friends I lost, and continued crying for hours. Oh, he was starting to think while he was listening to this song. Okay, cool. I went to work 3 hours later, tears still pouring from my face, trying to stay calm for my work duties. I could barely talk, and our girl cook could tell something was up with me, but I didn't know how to verbalize the feeling of losing a friend almost every other year. Almost every other year, you're losing a friend. Well, that's sick. That's crazy. What the fuck? Right? That doesn't happen a lot, does it? That's so strange. Leslie, Billy, what's up? Happy Sunday. Amy. Amy, thank you for sending me that video yesterday, by the way. I think I want to post a clip of it. How do you feel about that? Okay. I went to work 3 hours later, tears still pouring from my face, trying to stay calm for my work duties. This guy was into it. This guy was depressed. All right. He's depressed about his friends, thinking about his friends that he's lost and all the suffering of losing a loved one. The energy burning you in you like a fire causing cuts. Huh? The energy burning you in you like a fire causing cuts. I'm mainly a prep cook. Okay. I worked with cooks. I also do catering, and this fire causing cuts has that never crossed my mind. That is some sick shit. Sorry, not sorry. My opinion, my channel, my speculations. To be lightning speed but sloppy. What are you talking about? What are you saying here? This is sick. He's picturing the energy burning you in like a fire causing cuts. To be lightning speed but sloppy. I remember almost cutting myself using the anger. Hold on a second. Because how can you be angry? How are you feeling anger? Are you not sad? This guy is, I don't know. I'm fucking confused right now. I remember almost cutting myself using anger, sadness, and other emotions to propel my movements. Bro, what do you say, bro? Remembering the kindness of those now gone, and in this case, who had such a bright, happy, and free future. Kaylee, Zana, and her boyfriend. Say his name. He was your neighbor, wasn't he? Well, he was over quite often. The fact that he mentions Kaylee most than the others is, and yeah. And her boyfriend. Those are the only three I remember. Oh, so he doesn't know Maddie. Okay, he doesn't know Maddie. So that's a red flag. That's a red flag that you're distancing yourself from Maddie Mogan, okay? We're real ass human beings. Yes. Yeah, they were actual humans that lost their lives, yes. To lose them is such an incredible loss. I hope the family members find comfort in grief and heal fully with time. Positive prayers and thoughts, and encourage them to try and spend their time on whatever activities bring them joy and or comfort. This is something you should be doing. It seems like you need this, my brother. And from my hippie roots, to try and spend time with nature as a heal. No, hippies don't talk like that. No, hippies don't say that they're using their anger and sadness and other emotions to propel their movements. Hippies don't say that they see an energy burning you like a fire causing cuts. No, sorry, my opinion. Next. While I don't normally support police, I understand them and do think they are some really well intentioned and good ones in the force, as I have met a few. And in this case, I do support the homicide department and hope the perpetrator is found and justice is served. Okay, so at this point, we know that Brian still hasn't been charged. While I believe in freedom, there is a line you do not cross. And once you cross that line, it is time to move on to the next physical existence. I hope the family members and close relatives can find peace no matter what the outcome becomes. Okay. I'm sorry. I know this is torture, but I feel like we have to do this. Senor Wazowski, I think the drunk, he was on something. He was totally on something because that is kind of weird. I followed many interviews from any time from 11:12 or 11:18, and they told me they don't exist. Huh. You guys, this sounds like a manifesto. Okay. He had to get it out of his chest. He had to. I have faced many near death experiences. I've lived a reckless life, especially in my youth. I've done much without whatever I want my entire life. At the same time, I have always believed in compassion, morality, aisma, and being the best version of yourself. I have had a lot of struggles with insecurities, incredibly naive and optimistic, and extremely different, and lots of times misunderstood. Sometimes when I think about those I lost, I ask myself, why not me? But I know that's stupid. And while I'm not really religious, I do believe in purpose and destiny. Being here, free and alive today, despite many odds, I truly believe I have something to offer to the world. And I'm telling you, like, this is all speculation, but like when someone does something really bad, some serial killers leave a note behind expressing why, and how, and everything they've suffered. This is what it sounds like. I'm just being real with you. Being here free and alive today, despite many odds, I truly believe I have something to offer to the world, and looking at what's happening globally, and it brings me to tears to see how much suffering sentiment brings sentient beings and chronically experiencing. Period. I have a story to share, and I think it's one that can touch. I have a story to share, and I think it's one that can touch people in meaningful ways and raise awareness and a lot of problems in the world that many people do not see. Hopefully, this will reach out those who can use or those just curious it and make positive, meaningful changes in this world. He sounds conflicted. Like, in one hand, he's like suffering and down and out. And in the other hand, he's like wanting to be the light of the world. That's like Jekyll and Hyde type shit. But before we go further, I'd like to share a meditation I personally have found very powerful in my healing process. I couldn't. Oh, so now he's teaching us about meditation, though. So that's like another layer to this. We're being taught meditation. Okay. It's a book by my mother. It's a book my mother gave me. Da da da. Now he's, talking about his childhood, growing up homeschooled. I'm going to link this in my description. I'm just going to skim through these parts. Okay. There are two parts. Part 2 is only to be done after a successful one. It used to be easy for me, but I have not been as consistent with my practice, and rarely do I ever make it to part 2 these days. When I do, it usually brings me to tears. It's like that friend that gives you advice that they don't follow type ordeal going on here. I don't know. And he has a social media videos where he shows off his knife skills, and Jackass has names for his knife. Dude, senor, he juggles. Do you guys know that he juggles? Is he from the circus? I don't know. He juggles. And when he said he juggles, I thought of Jack Decor immediately. Why? Because I saw a video that Bubbly put out there where Jack Decor is fucking juggling. And then my mind went to that noise I keep hearing in that audio, that I think that there are golf clubs or something. Could be those, whatever they were using. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm going to continue. So this is meditation. We're skipping the meditation part, right? Skip, 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 because, I think we're good on that. Like, you know, now, okay, now here. Okay, here we go. Let's start here. A lot of information and misinformation has been dug up about me, and a lot of false media as well. The initial media came from a dope fiend, but her, and I'd like to share my version and set the record straight. It said my car was used in a robbery. My car was in a fucking mechanic shop at the time. Whoa. First of all, you just meditated, my man. My guy, you just meditated. What's up? Your meditation's not working, my dude. 12 years ago, I was charged, and now he's bringing out his freaking. No, is that I can't believe this. What person does this? He's posting on the Moscow murders thread community, and he is sharing his personal information, criminal information on here. What does he have to prove is my question, right? 12 years ago, I was charged with second robbery with a stolen firearm. Okay, he has gun. Felony possession of mushrooms, MDMA, meth, and opiates, I think. All charges were dropped, rightfully so. And I went to prison for possession with intent to deliver of MDMA. I'd like to share what happened and how I got there. So now he's going to tell us why this happened. I think I'm going to skip this part. Growing up, he was a gifted student. Da da da. Okay. Getting weed was hard back then. What's weed? Like, seriously? Weed ain't shit nowadays. Like, what are you talking about? Like, after a while, I was retired. I was tired of all the bullshit of a second man shit, and I felt like I could do better. So he wanted to. All right. Fine. Next. A few of my friends would have got togethers every few months, and I have a rave. MDMA back then was sketchy as fuck. It was another market I wanted to change for my community. We were all paying 20, 25, 30 a pill and not always knowing what we were getting. So I bought a testing kit and started doing shit myself again. I probably would have made a lot of money, but instead I would do things like buy an ounce of weed and smoke it in a night with a group of 20 people. I was on probation for drinking at high school football games and on curfew. So on week he sounds like I'm not judging. I'm not judging. Lord, I'm not judging. So on weekends, I would wait for curfew lady to call twice. Then I would climb out window, get ride to town, take a bus to the west side, and get back in time for school on Monday. One weekend, a lot happened, and when I got back, I was napping at a homie's place when I was woken up. Some opiate fiend came in to buy some shit. So hold on. Okay, he's discussing something that happened in the past, right? Yeah. One week. Okay, he's discussing. I'm just trying to make sure. Are you talking about the weekends? Are you talking about the weekends or what weekend are we talking about here? But this seems like something that happened in the past. Okay. So let's continue. 100 ecstasy pills. A quapo. What is going on? My friends told me this dude took a bunch of pills, but wait. Some opiate fiend came in to buy some shit, saw a couple of rolls, 100 ecstasy pills, a quap of weed, picked it up, and ran out the door. So someone stole his shit, is what he's saying. My friends told me this dude took a bunch of pills, but they know where he lives from a mutual friend. Okay. At the time, a couple people in our group started smoking meth and ended up getting some crazy tweaker shit from them. One of them a gun. I wanted no part in it, so I did my best to stay out of that field. I had morals and rules, and meth definitely went past what I could believe in and was comfortable with. Yet I always stayed out of what was my business. Anyways, since they woke me up from a nap, I felt they and I should do something about it too. I happened to know someone there who I smoked oxy with a few times back in the day. And so I knew this person. I walked up to the back door and pretended I was fiending for opiates. The dude said he could get some, but it was 120. I would never pay over 80 back then. But I was like, sure. So he led inside and we waited. I saw the rolls I had picked up on the rest side that weekend on the table and the guap of weed. I didn't know he stole the weed or I would have picked that up too. I picked up the rolls and ran before the back door. So he went back for his shit, is what he's saying, right? He followed he followed and tried to stop me. So with the rolls clutched in my hands, I started bashing on his head with my fist until he let go. His friend was right there. And I remember looking at him, expecting him to try and help him. But I think he knew what was up. So he put his hands out and was like, I'm good. I ain't beef with you, bro. So I opened the back door and left. This piece of shit followed and jumped on me from behind, and I called for backup. So if he called for backup, I'm assuming his friends, right? Like not police, right? I'm 100% assuming when he called for backup, he possibly meant his friends. Am I right? Yeah, he's all over the place. Oh boy. Hey, what's up? Hey, thanks for joining, you guys. Oh man, I know this is a lot. This piece of shit followed and jumped on me and he called for backup. My two friends came running from the parking lot and held him back, knowing how he snitched and lied to the police to us when he wasn't even looking at getting arrested. Sometimes I think about how I should beat the shit out of him. But as a pacifist, no, baby, you're not a pacifist. I'd say no, you're also very aggressive, my friends. Passively aggressive. But as a pacifist, I had the drugs, so we left. The neighbors, I heard a commotion and called the cops. Huh. We tried to throw everything from the house in the car and go out the side parking lot, but we missed a turn and out of our teammates and of our teammates, is he like into sports? I don't think he's into sports. What teammates? Oh, I guess they call each other teammates, maybe, right? So to speak. And of our teammates said something he shouldn't, and the police got probable cause. And then we all got fucked as this dude happened to have a medical marijuana license and said we should we and said we showed up trying to steal his medical marijuana. I have a medical marijuana card as well. So anything I smoke is um it's medical, and I use it cuz I need it. It's for medical reasons. So they found the stolen pistol and boom, second robbery. A part of me wishes I did shoot this piece of shit and left. Wow. Wow. Wow, my guy. But karma's a bitch and life goes on, and I don't have much luxury to spend a lot of times with thoughts like that. I was in county for a week. They wanted, okay, so this is, he's talking about his personal trials. So we're going to keep on. At first, I'm like, wait a second. We need to make sure that that incident did not involve the four, right? That's why I was like reading into it. Totally not. He went to prison. Let's skip. When I got out, I didn't really have any plans because I didn't think I would make it past the age of 2024. Like, oh my God, this is the type of person like you don't want your children around. Honestly, oh my God, I did drugs heavily, usually, whatever. I'm going to keep on because I want to make sure I don't miss any of his statements here. Spending a lot of time driving and on desolate roads, I got really comfortable driving fast. Da da da. Hmm. Oh man, this is a freaking book. He wrote a book here. Mm-mm. Let's continue. Continue. He's talking about himself. He's talking about himself. Again, this is a Moscow murders thread, and he's just talking about himself. When I returned, I realized there were many others like me out here by choice. I never stopped and carried a sign. So sad, this guy. But I don't know if it was the best decision, but I believe or tell it to make me feel better that everything happens for a reason. I had warrants. I met my family in Seattle, went home and served my times. Although I wonder what my life would be like if I had stayed living in Seattle, trying to learn and grow as much as possible. During one of my re-ups, my connect gave me tour of Seattle, and I ended up randomly buying this book, another book. But I was also really about the festival life. I grew up very connected to art and music and the scenes I saw. Da da da. All right. This time I wanted to refocus on my art and life since it was becoming more apparent I wasn't going to die when I thought. Years of surviving made me okay. So he kind of like grew out of it. He's saying here, okay, that's great. That's good. I think a lot of people think I spent my youth in a den shooting up a bunch of drugs, but no one is thinking that. Like, he's like in his head, like people really, he's thinking people are really discussing him like that. What the fuck? Da da da. One time on my way to my dealer's house on campus, another girl that I didn't hang out with much wanted to tag a lot. I got some coke. She got some heroin. Oh, so he's not cleaning up at all. He's still in the same lifestyle, continuing on. Da da da. I'm calling the cops, and I was like, okay. About a minute later, I had her breathing again and a huge feeling of relief. Oh my God, she almost died on her. What the hell, my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, what is going on? These people are dying around him. If you ever see someone like that, like, for example, Ellen DeGeneres person, like, so to speak, Ellen DeGeneres, there's like so many people dying around her. Run, get away from people like this. Seriously. The biggest thing that happened to me at Evergreen though was Circus Club. Okay. Didn't I just say circus? Boom, boom, boom. Yo, I be on point. I'm sorry. Sorry that I'm cocky and some of you guys don't like it. Enan lived in the Queen Road apartments, the two buildings right next to 1122, the brown ones, not the whites. Okay, I know which brown apartments you're talking about, senor. He lived there, huh? Okay. Yeah, wowzers. I'm like mind blown with the shit he's saying. Like it sounds made up, doesn't it? The biggest thing that happened to me at Evergreen though was Circus Club. A super amazing, super cute girl pulled me aside one day to teach me some hoop tricks, then beguiled me into Circus Club where I discovered contact staff and instantly fell in love. I remember at a festival time, high on acid, seeing some dude, yo, what? Are you ever sober, my guy? We met 3 hours, 3 days a week. So that's where I started my drilling. Does anyone know what this drilling means? Is that like part of is that circus talk? Let me Google it. Just Google it, Sam. Yes, I'm just gonna Google it. Circus drilling. Let's see what that means because maybe I'm missing something. Circus drilling refers to several distinct concepts depending on the context, ranging from high intensity sports training to specialized circus arts techniques and sideshow performances. Let me look at a picture. Maybe a picture will show me what it is. Oh, it's like yeah, circus stuff, like Cirque du Soleil, whatever it's called, Cirque Soleil. That type of stuff. That's what it looks like. Um okay. So that's what he's doing. Okay, he started drilling. Eventually, I bought my own stick and used my progression and practice to kick my cook use. I got deep into my practice and healed a lot of my past wounds and trauma. Okay, good. That's great. That's good. At some point in my life, I realized you couldn't just do drugs as they are not an activity. Yeah, it's not an activity, no. After I got kicked out, oh my God, and he gets kicked out. He got kicked out of this thing he was doing that kind of helped him. Um, all right, then he started going to school online, gathering some equipment and making hip hop music. Okay. That's such a different hobby, so different from the circus thing. Okay. Oof. I was living home all my time practicing contact staff and yoga. Then he started doing yoga. Okay. That's good. Found myself with a lot of time, a lot of money. Okay. Okay. I slowly moved up my way to work to prep, then pantry, then flat. Then I was been trained on expo and saute before I got to be before I got hit by a truck as a pedestrian. Oh boy. Fractured 3 of my ribs and put me out of work for 8 months. Oh, Jesus Christ. I got a 70K settlement, but I feel it's minuscule to the negative impact. Oh my God. So this guy had money at one point, right? Okay, so let's get into it, guys. This is where he talks about the night of the murder, right? Let me take a sip of water. All right, we're doing this. Okay, Enan, what do you have to say about the night of the murders? Let's go. I think IH is idea. I have to search it. I think so. You never heard of this for real? Red Man. For real? Is this your first time hearing this? That's interesting because I feel like I'm always like the last one to bring up shit up. Enan lived in those queen. I put that already. That's interesting. But let's find out what he says about the night of the murders. On the night of the murder, I'm sure there's some discrepancies. First, I got home a little late because I was talking to one of my coworkers after work. When I went home, it was pretty normal. I made some tea, did some drills, and I think every time he says I think, like you're so certain about some things, but then you think on the little things. He thinks on the one of the drugs he took, right? And here he thinks he played a game of LOL. What's a game of LOL? I don't know what that means. Is there an actual like card game called LOL or something? Anyway, so he said, I went to bed and heard nothing out of the ordinary. When the cop knocked on my door the next day, oh, Red Man, there has to be footage of him. There has to be footage of him because he just said a cop went to his door, knocked on his door. So we need to see now I need to know who he is. I went to bed and heard nothing out of the ordinary. When the cop knocked on my door next day and asked if I heard anything, I was like, no, nothing unusual. I didn't know there was a murder. So some details like a faint scream in the distance, one of my neighbors getting home, closing their car door, closing their front door, etc., were not on my mind. Okay. I noticed I was quoted as heard a screaming. This is not true. I heard a scream, faint and party like my half asleep eyes. To be clear, there's probably at least 5 screams every Saturday. Even on dead nights, you'll probably hear at least someone making loud sounds at some point. Small detail, but in this situation, I think screaming and a scream are very different. And small details that matter, like this, with all of the internet sleuths and conspiracy theorists around here. Okay, so he's mad. I mean, let's get right to it. Like, this is what you really wanted to say, right? Like, let's just cut the fucking extra shit, cut the bullshit. What you wanted to say was that you wanted to go on here and say that whatever they're saying about you about hearing a scream is not true. That's what you really wanted to say. Some of you are wondering what stick juggling is. When I fucking saw that, I was like, what? Stick juggling. Let me Google it. Ready to see this? Hold on. Let me share my screen. Let's do this. Ready? Let's find out.
Hello YouTube. My name is Niels Duinker. I'm from the Netherlands. Juggling, it's so much fun. And I think with the proper technique, the proper instruction, everybody can learn how to juggle. And that's what I'm going to give you right now. Let's get started. We're going to learn how to juggle. Have fun.
It's mean, it's red, and it's called a devil stick. And in this tutorial, I'm gonna tell you how to keep the devil in control by beating it. In this tutorial, I'm gonna get you started at the basics of devil stick juggling. First of all, I'm gonna get you started at this move.
You hear that fucking sound? I'm gonna lose my shit. You hear that sound, you guys? That sound, I hear it on Linda Lane. That I kept saying baseball, I kept saying golf, I kept saying something like metal something, right? You hear that shit? Listen.
Single sticking. To get started at single sticking.
You hear that? Bop, 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 bop. We got to check out another video. Let's look at, because this one has a sound going on, a music. No, I need to hear what it sounds like. So let's go to stick. What is it? What am I doing here? Stick juggling. Like I need like a random one I can hear, you know? Yo, why does everyone use fucking music now with their fucking shit, man? Like I want to hear what it sounds like. Fucking A, man.
Hi, I'm Geo, and in this video I want to show you 10 intermediate tricks with flower stick or devil stick as you want.
This one has sound too. God damn it, man. I can. I mean, maybe this one. Wow, like people can't do shit anymore without music. What the fuck is going on? Everything has to be with music? What the fuck, man? You still kind of hear it, right? So, bro, what is that? The sound we hear on Linda Lane? Could this be the sound that we're hearing on Linda Lane? Let's play this one. Maybe this doesn't have music. You hear that? Now let me go on. Let's go to the Linda Lane footage because you are going to hear it. Okay. Bear with me, guys. Thank you for joining me today. I had to get this out there because I was just. All right, here's the video that I played, right? Now, I'm going to share my screen. And you're gonna tell me, chat, let me know if this is the same. Let me know if this is the same sound you hear. Okay, ready? Okay, give me 1 second. Ready? You hear that? You hear that? You guys hear that shit, bro? Oh my God.
That was his boots that he tossed right there.
No, that wasn't boots. That sound is the stick juggling shit. That sound is the stick juggling shit, okay? Now, I'm going to remove here. I want to share something else with you guys, okay? Okay. So I want to give a shout out to this creator. All right. I want to give a shout out to this creator. I was digging into stuff, trying to like gather information about Hannah Cleere, sorry, Hannah Cleere, forgive me. This is, her name is Perplex TC. I don't know. I've never came across her channel. I don't know, whatever. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about this creator, but I want to give her a shout out because of trying to dig into Hannah Cleare's story led me to Enan's story, if that makes sense. Okay. And I want to point out something she discovered here in this Reddit. Let's listen to it.
QT video on it. Boom. I never use Reddit. All right. Since you saw a dark SUV around the same time the victims returned home, did you also see the victims return home? Now, I'm a super hermit. I spend almost all my time indoors in the winter. Sometimes I go out late for walks, but this night was pretty usual. He's answering a lot of comments.
There's a comment that Enan said on here.
Why do you think the killer spared the dog? Probably would bark if woken up. But I'm more curious about is why the other roommates were spared. I don't know. Even wacko psychopaths like dogs. I agree with that.
There's something he says here replying to a comment. And I want to highlight that.
Not me, perplexed. So there's about 4 people who savagely murdered, for which the families and the nation seek answers, perplexed and dumbfounded by how you could focus this tragedy on yourself. Anything else we should know? I like him. Better is not the place to come post your life story. This is making you seem far too sketchy. I'm sporadically extra loud. Don't think anything of it. Sometimes I turn up and juggle because I'm feeling the vibe.
You see that? These are responses to these commenters. He says
I used to
sometimes he
grow a
wakes
bunch of
up.
weed.
He said sometimes he just wakes up and juggles.
I don't care about his weed.
And watch this.
That's it.
There's a comment that pops up that I think it's important.
I left a comment. What photos? So I think a BMW-ish luxury style SUV
Here,
car
this one.
with out of state plates. See, that's what I'm saying. Out of state. Utah. Oh my God. 27 days ago. Did I not say tonight Utah?
Did you guys know Anna Cleere was from Utah? She's buried in Provo. She's buried in Provo. This is Enan. Enan says they asked him if he saw anything, any vehicles that night of the murders. This was his response. Saw I think, him and his thinks. When he says think, pay attention. I think BMW-ish. Isn't that sort of the vehicle that we see by the Grubtruck, the BMW? He's saying, I think BMW-ish, luxury style SUV car, out of state plates, looked semi-familiar. So I think it's a close state like Montana or Utah. I think. When he says I think, I think he's trying not to incriminate himself, in my opinion. Tinted windows around 1:30 a.m. Saturday night on the corner of Queen and Anne? Queen and what? King, maybe? I don't know what Anne is. I'm sorry, I don't know that one. Noticed that spot was empty on Sunday and replaced by cop cars on Sunday. So he's talking about either Walenta or King, because those are the only streets the cars were parked. Then he noticed that spot was empty on Sunday and replaced by cop cars on Sunday. So he was looking. Sunday. He was checking it out. Wow. Seems sus now as you think. Seems sus now as someone who lives here. The non-resident cars usually stand out to me, but I was tired. Yeah, you were tired of stick juggling, in my opinion. That's what you're tired of? Huh?
Did I not say Utah? That's how I started this live. Hannah is from Utah.
Hannah is from Utah.
So I think it's a close state like Monterey, Utah. I think.
So there's something else I want to discuss. There's something else. Thank you.
But that's what I do. If I don't make.
So I pulled up her channel because I don't know where that comment came from, and I wasn't going to go through 100 threads to look for it, but I wanted to make sure I highlight that Enan's response was that he did notice a BMW luxury car parked on Queen and that road where the police cars would later park on Sunday. I thought that was pretty important. There's something else I want to show here. She actually played Hannah's memorial service, which I think is awesome. Check this out. Rest in peace, Hannah. God bless you.
Beloved daughter and sister passed away on.
I'm just gonna play
They
this.
rule many, many accidental drownings because they have no answers. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. If you know how to swim, you don't accidentally drown in a river. Could you accidentally drown in the ocean? Absolutely. You can get taken by a tidal wave. You can get taken by a wave. Makes a lot more sense that you can die like in an ocean. But do you know how rare it is to die if you know how to swim in a river? There's no waves. Now, you can die like hitting your head on a rock if you're tubing and that kind of stuff. But it's kind of odd if you're going to drown in a river. Sorry, just doesn't happen accidentally. Because the rivers are not that deep. They're not that they're not that deep, because some are, but there's no current to take you.
I agree.
But that's what his was ruled on. I think it was Ludlow.
Ludlow, yes.
Name.
Yes.
So
Rest
Hannah,
Ludlow too.
beloved daughter and sister, passed away on February 24th, 2022 in her home in Moscow, Idaho. Hannah was born the second of 3 children on November 15th of 2000 to Scott and Amanda Cleere in Boise, Idaho. Hannah then lived in Mountain Lake Terrace, Washington, Montgomery, Texas, Oregon, Wisconsin, St. Charles, Illinois, and Meridian, Idaho. Hannah graduated from Mountain High School in Meridian in May of 2019. Then she moved to Moscow to attend University of Idaho. She had planned to obtain a master's degree Hannah was a junior at the University of Idaho, where she was majoring in English literature emphasis with a minor in Spanish. She planned to obtain a master's degree in library science. She was employed at the University Library. Hannah was most content curled up with a good book, indulging in novels and stories, and a myriad of genres and eras, including poetry. Hannah also enjoyed spending time with family and friends and could always be relied on for a warm smile and a dry sense of humor. Hannah loved listening to music, rock, indie pop, alt, but especially the Studio Ghibli soundtracks. Her hobbies included video games, baking, and walking in nature. She also loved her pets, including her late guinea pig Cookie, the family cat Pumpkin, and her 2 fish SpongeBob and Patrick. Hannah was preceded in death by her grandparents, Robert and Marjorie Cleere, uncle Dennis Anderson. Hannah was survived by her grandparents, David and Catherine K. Coggins, her parents, 2 siblings, Scott and Catherine, as well as uncles, aunts, and cousins dear to her. Services for Hannah will be held on Monday, March 7th, 2022 at Nelson Family Mortuary in Provo, Utah. There'll be a viewing starting at 10 a.m., following by a funeral at 11 a.m. and a burial at the Provo Cemetery. Okay.
Rest in peace to this girl.
I love you, Hannah. My heart is breaking, thinking of you, gone so strongest of the entire.
I can't believe, like, it's so sad for grandparents having to bury your grandchild. I can't even. Whoa, why is that there?
Yeah, I don't know why somebody posted on the memorial page.
What? Did you guys just see that? Did you guys just see someone posted that picture in her memorial page? You guys. I'm not sure. Edie Redman. Am I saying it right now? Sorry. I don't know why. I think I know why. I kind of like, my bad, but there's like a rapper called Idea, and I don't know, like, and Idea is spelled EYDEA. Idea. That's the rapper. And I don't know, at first glance, when I see your screen name, I'm so sorry that I've been seeing Idea Redman. My bad. ID Redman. Thank you. I don't know if there's connection. Also, that body cam, you're talking about fiddlesticks? Is that what you're talking about? The cat sticks? Fiddle. Oh, he's the guy with the cat called Fiddlesticks that we see on the body cam. I can pull it up. I'll go there next, but I think so. Hi, thank you for joining. There is undertow currents in rivers as well. I live in Sacramento, California. Many people have accidentally died in Sacramento American River because of the undertow currents. Thank you. So could be, right? I love learning from you guys. Is there body cam? We'll go there, Edia. I'm sorry, ED Redmond. We'll go there. So did you guys just see this? She's going through the pictures and look what pops up. She's just simply going through all her photos, right? Like people can go on here and upload photos. So as she's scrolling through them, watch what pops up. I'm going to pause it in that portion. Did I skip it already? Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Watch. So this is all like family photos. Now watch this. It's going to come up. Can you imagine? Could you imagine who did this? More people need to be talking about Hannah Cleere. Thank you. Thank you for joining. I like that. What is this picture? This picture. Yes, yes, yes. I'm discussing Hannah Cleere. Because she came up, I don't know, she came up on a TikTok or something. And yesterday, if you go back to the live I was doing yesterday about the Grubtruck, someone said that there's people related to Hannah Cleere that were at the Grubtruck. Okay. And I'm like, you know what? Then I need to educate myself on Hannah Cleere. Who is she and what happened to her? So I'm on YouTube this morning, like looking at shit. And this, I appreciate this channel. She was thorough. This is the first time I ever listened to her. So I'm going to link this in the description box. But dude, she's going through Hannah's photos. This is Hannah's memorial page. And all of a sudden, we're seeing Hannah's childhood photos, da-da-da. Then all of a sudden, we see this photo pop up. No. And this is the photo that's taken. Let me see. Let me see the time on this. I can't really make it out. I can't, honestly, I can't make it out the time, but I wonder if this is the photo that was uploaded to Instagram at 3:33. Do you guys think this is the photo? Let me know in chat. Let me know what you guys think. This is Dylan and Maddie Mogan. Okay. I am shocked someone uploaded this photo here. Okay. So honestly,
Yeah, I don't know why somebody posted it on the memorial page. That's kind of weird. I don't know why it's there, but it's right there. Number 1 of 43. It's right here.
Look at you guys.
Uploaded 7 hours ago by a Jack. You think Jack's being set up just a little?
What?
Yeah, it was uploaded by Jack Friend 7 hours ago. Why would someone do that? Like, why would somebody do that? Yeah, total setup. I agree. Why would someone do that, though? Let this poor girl rest in peace. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate. I mean, I love this channel. Like, where you been all my life, girl? She sounds like she's from New York too. She has that accent. Perplexed TC, go check her out. I was like, damn. Senor, I gotta tell you, that let me just read your comment first. Paradise Creek, where Hudson was found, is less than a foot deep in that part, and Hudson was a college Division I swimmer. Division I swimmer, baby. Shout out. You know what? You go, boy. Senor, you want to see Paradise Creek? This woman here, amazing. Perplexed, amazing. Watch this. Check it out. She goes on YouTube. She goes on YouTube and she finds a video. Check this out. Watch this. Right? This video is from, it says, hang on, let me read it out. Okay, there's a video of Paradise Creek. Okay, hold on. We're going to go there and you're going to see. Here it is. That's Paradise Creek. Hold on 1 second. This driver, he rides his bike from Emma Creek to Paradise Creek, okay? So she plays the whole thing. I'm not going to play the whole thing. She plays the whole thing, and we're going to see how deep Paradise Creek is, okay? Check it. Ready? Here we go. There it is. Wait. Let it play. It's going to play. You're going to see.
All right, that's a creek. How do I know this? Because the whole video is Emma Creek to Paradise Creek. This is the creek. This kid didn't drown. There's no way this kid drowned. Cleere, I haven't seen anybody be timed out.
So this is where the video ends.
There's a creek. How'd this kid drown?
This is where it ends. He ends there, right? He drives from Emma Creek to Paradise Creek. That's where it
You're
ends.
assuming it's a student? I don't think it is. And Laura's profile isn't of it being a kid either. What are you talking about?
She goes back. All right. I'm gonna play it so you guys can see. I'm not. All right. This is the end of the video. Thanks for riding along, right? Thanks for riding along. Okay. Rewind it to the end, okay? There's the creek. You see how she's trying to rewind it? That's not me. Watch.
All right, that's the creek. How do I know this? Because the whole video is Emma Creek to Paradise Creek. This is the creek. This kid didn't drown. There's no way this kid drowned. Care, I haven't seen anybody be timed out.
I don't know. I guess we're going to have to look into that right now.
There's the creek. Had this kid drown?
I'm going to try. Joy, I'm going to try, okay? Hudson Lindor found dead in Creek, Moscow, Idaho. Look at this video. This is the exact spot where he was found. This is where he was found. Senor is saying, Senor knows the case more than I do. It's channel name JLR. Okay. I'm going to go there. First, let me go to Joy. Joy, let me see if I could make this bigger. I don't know. Let's try.
Yeah, it was uploaded.
Here, let's try. Let me zoom in. Let me try and zoom in. I think that's the max I could do, Joy. If 500 is the max. But you could see right here, it says uploaded Jack friend. You see that? Yo, they're trying to pin, and which Jack? Because there's two Jacks, two of everything. Watch this. She talks some real good stuff here. There's a lot of twos, a lot of threes. There's a lot of ones in this case. Two Jacks. You got Queen Road. Man, which Jack? Which, because it could be Jack Decor, it could be Jack Showalter. So, that's
by
fucking crazy, bro.
Jack Friend 7 hours ago. Why would someone do that?
Exactly.
Like, why would somebody do that? I assume this is her family. This guy looks a little sketchy. So does this one.
Here, that's the max I could do it. Joy.
Okay, why is this on her?
So, all right. Thank you for this. Thank you for providing all these thorough details. I appreciate that. I am going to now move on to this guy. Hudson Lindor found dead. All right, let's go. Because I want to see the creek. Let's see the creep there. I mean, all these deaths, right? Then you have 4, but 2 survivors, right? 2 surviving roommates. It's like a lot of 2s, a lot of 3s. Damn, you guys, like, I'm trying to find that video now. Here we go. So I'm going to type in Hudson Lindor, JLR, found dead. Okay, let's check this out, baby. I guess this is another case we have to look at, right? There's another death. Okay, so let's remove that and let's play this. Of course, it's not as easy, right? It's not as easy to find anything. Hudson Lindor, JLR, maybe like that. Like, why am I not able to find anything when I'm live? It's fucking annoying. Like, it gives me anxiety, not trying to find something while people are watching. I can't find it. Next time I'm going to, you know what I'm going to do if you don't mind? Can I just add you as a standard mod so you can post clips if you need to, if you don't mind? What if I just go to his channel? I'm not a fan. By the way, I'm not a fan. I'm hearing some things. I'm hearing some things about him, so I am not a fan. Perhaps he has it on here. Let's go. Let's look for, oh, you can search here? True that. I didn't know that. Let's search Hudson Lindor. No. Am I spelling his name wrong? Possibly? No. This is why, like, it's so difficult to do a show in general and keep everyone engaged. It's the hardest thing. Like, people think this shit is easy. It's not. It really isn't. Because you have to keep your audience engaged. Then you have to make sure everything's ready. Look at this. We're just scrolling trying to find this. But it is a live dig. So, I mean, it's expected on a live dig, right? That Hudson, where you at? This would have been what? How long ago you think? Go ahead, I will post a link. Okay, sounds good. Yo, go check this guy's channel too, you guys. Go follow Senor Wazowski. Check him out. He's very knowledgeable in this case. Damn, Senor. Yo no sé, yo no sé. Yo no sé cómo. I don't know how to do that. Shit is. That's okay. That's okay. We're going to go there. We're going to figure it out. Because as long as one person is watching, that's all I need, right? Now, let's go down to videos. We're going to find it, okay? Now, this could have been like 3 years ago, right? 2 or 3 years ago. Wow, this guy he does a lot of content. You kidding me? Wow, look at this. It's a lot of content. On second thought, this could take forever. Let's see if he has a playlist. Maybe he has an Idaho 4 playlist. I don't know. I can't do this. Actually, how about, oh, here, boom. Senor, I got you. Hang on. He's far away. Dude, that's awesome. That's fucking classic. I'm dead. Hold on. Hold on. Let's play this. You guys are watching? Oh, fuck. I wasn't even sharing. You know I like her just a little bit of that. Let's check his thing out. One a year though, does it? Like, was this in 2022? No, I don't believe this. No way, bro. Like, shit keeps getting fucking weirder and weirder. Josie was studying criminology. Did she know BK? Did she come across Brian Koberger? Yo, oh my God, I can't. That's the same house the blue container guy is walking out of, 1118. All right. This is stating that Josie and Emily lived there. But according to their MPD statements, they mentioned living at the Whites. That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. Yo. October was the month. I took a stroll and spied a maid. What? Okay, you're getting banned because what the fuck is that, bro? Every one of them lied and said they lived on Taylor. Could you imagine this shit? All right. I've been on for too long. I got to do shit with my dogs. You guys, we're going to keep this one going. We're going to keep this one going. There's more to Hannah Cleare's story, and there's more to Hudson Lindor's story. We need to look at that. These two homes, these neighbors, Enan, the Robe guy, the Grubtruck. Are you kidding me? Did you know that Hannah Cleary stayed at the house too? No, I didn't know. I know Maddie was Hannah's roommate, but not at 1122. I thought they stayed at another campus housing. So that's fucking confusing. Damn. There's so much here like to look into, honestly. Rest in peace to all the victims. Rest in peace, Maddie, Kaylee, Ethan, Xana. Rest in peace, Hudson. Rest in peace, Hannah Cleere. I'm sure there's more. There's another one I'm forgetting. He was like the frat president. What was his name? Starts with a C, I think. Rest in peace to him too. My goodness. Tony, nice to see you. Oh boy, Tony, what in the world is happening? I only see myself in the cat. I won't see anybody else in here. Caden Young, there we go. Caden Young, rest in peace, Caden Young too. And nothing ever bad happens in Moscow, right? Nothing ever bad happens in Idaho. That's fucking shit. She said they stayed all day at the house and they're bullied. Could all of these have been like hazing? Could they have been hazing incidents? And Idaho is just trying to like not push it under the rug, sweep it under the rug, because you know what, we need these students, because students equals money. The more students they have, the more tuition, the more money the university is getting. So could all these incidents, could they have been hazing incidents? I mean, the four, no, not the four. Not the four. That was a passion, in my opinion, that was like passion, jealousy, vengeance. Those murders, Maddie and Kaylee bullied her. And I think, I'm not sure, I don't remember. Don't tell me they were mean girls too. I mean, it happens everywhere. It really does. It happens in colleges. Thank you so much. Yeah, and drugs. I think that's why the girls left the sorority. They knew the truth about Hannah and Hudson. Wow. That's crazy. You guys, thank you for joining on this Sunday. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to keep on. We're going to keep going. I'll come back with some other stuff. Thank you so much. Yeah, rest in peace to the victims, and my condolences to the families. Take care.